certainly that 63 win was a big deal in Edmonton. And the Oil Kings at that time, I mean, we were right up there with the Eskimos, and I think we were ahead of the Flyers at that time. And you know, publicity, and certainly we drew big crowds. I mean, we played Sunday afternoon, and it was silver collection, but there was 7,000 people there in the Gardens every Sunday afternoon to watch us play, and it was a big deal to be an Edmonton Oil King in those days. It was a shock for us to lose 8-0, but the general manager back then, Leo Leclerc, he had a meeting after that game and sat us down, and he said, okay, now I don't want you guys reading the newspapers or listening to anything, because I'm going to go on a little spiel here. And he was quite a man with the words and that. And after that first game, he got on in the papers and on the newscasts, and you know what a great team Niagara Falls was, and how terrific they were, and what a great organization, and the great players they had, and we're just happy to be in the Memorial Cup, and kind of built that psychological thing in there. And then I think during the second or third game, Pat Quinn hit Gary Dornhofer and broke his leg, and we didn't play as well as we could in the 8-0 game, but after that we started playing like we could, and I think Butchie Barber hit Gary Harmer and knocked him out of the series. So it was a pretty tough series, and we just started playing better, and we were in Edmonton, we were on home turf, so that was an advantage to us, and it just kind of, after the first game, it was awful close the rest of the way. Bobby Orr come through over center ice and took a slap shot, and Smokey was in net. He didn't even move, and it hit the crossbar. And that was the start of it. And winning the 66 in Eastern Canada was the first time in, I don't know, 20-some years that a Western team had gone east and won the Memorial Cup. I forget how many years it was, but it was 20-some years that hadn't happened.
To have your pro rights, you signed a C4, they called it, and you got $500. And I think my first year at pro, I think I made $4,500. What'd you guys make?
Oh, a lot more than that. But I signed for $500, and it was right before Christmas. And it was Clarence Moore, if you remember, and he got me right before Christmas. And in those days, $500 was a lot of money, but I probably spent it within a week, because it went to TVs and stuff for my mom and dad. And you know, if I remember, I was the first year in junior, I was making $100 a month, and that was 75 went to room and board, so I had $25 a month
Minus the income tax.
Yeah, and then so I had $5 a week to live on.
We used to get a check every 2 weeks for $16.25.
Yeah. And for me, I'm just happy to be here. We're still here, and we've got a lot of guys on the teams that are not here. And for them, I think it's great. I mean, Ace Bailey and some of these guys that, you know, didn't make it, and we were fortunate enough to get here and be here. They're not going to be forgotten, and so we'd like to thank everybody involved, because it is a great thing for us. And don't ever kid yourself. We had a lot of fun getting here.